So starting with the nest ball, and they have the Fan Rotom popped up here, so I'm going to assume that he does play, this is the Noctowl build, and he's going to go ahead and Fan Call turn 1 here. In which case, starting the 2-prizer is pretty unfortunate, because otherwise he could make a single prize board and always get the first. Always be the initiator of attacks here. Basically, if you can keep a single prize board, then you should almost always be able to get down to 4 prize cards before your opponent. Whereas with a 2-prizer on your board, your opponent, in this case Piper, could hit Counter Catcher on your 2-prize Pokemon to knock it out after you take your first 1-prize knockout. If it was Teal Mask, it wouldn't be as bad, because then you'd at least get to use Noctowl without benching any other 2-prizers. But in this case, Raging Bolt is probably, it's significantly worse. It's going to be difficult to get into the active with the Latias prize, so he's probably going to have to attack with that unless he can maybe Turo. I think, does he have a Turo in hand? If he plays Turo, he could Turo and attack with Fan Rotom next turn, but he did just test the active, so I don't think that's the play he's eyeing up here. Yeah, the Mechadori is active anyway, so that would not be ideal regardless. But I think that the players are on about even footing right now. Piper has a big advantage in not having 2-prizers down, and Shizuki having that Bolt stuck there. However, on the other hand, she doesn't have access to Genesect at all, which means it's going to be harder for her to get set up here. She probably plays one copy of Ultra Ball, but maybe not. Not all Dengo lists play any Ultra Ball. But I would expect probably one copy. Gotta see the prize check here. Finding out that she has no Genesect access this game. Or at least not for a while. And they are in the top 4 prize as well, so they're probably gonna be a little bit late to the party. She may still be able to get some use out of the first one when she takes it, but her start is definitely going to be much weaker because of that. We see her just go for the minor errand running. Oh no, this is the Call for Family Gimme Goal, so she can go ahead and get another Gimme Goal down. Players have lots of time for these top cut games. 75 minutes as opposed to the normal 50. Basically time for a full additional game. Shizuki is going to go for Teal Dance off the bat here. And Noctowl comes out. Oop. There we go. So, strong setup here for Shizuki. He'll be able to get the first attack. Piper really needs to be able to respond immediately to this Raging Bolt attack. And with only 2 prizers on board, he could still, after Piper's first 2 knockouts, if she goes for Bolt and then Teal Mask, he can still convert into a 2-prize board after this. So I assume we're going Ultra Ball for Baby Bolt here. Then we have Night Stretcher and Another Fighting, and then we're going to Sada onto Baby Bolt and Big Bolt. Yeah, so there's the Baby Bolt. So yeah, he is going to try to go for that later on. He's going to try to convert into a single prize board. That Monkey should potentially always be a target for the Baby Bolt. Yep, so here's the Sada. Draw 3. Get those energy down. Hasn't attached for turn yet either, so you can put a lightning energy on that Baby Bolt. And they just take one prize card here. So yeah, this is not too bad. Basically, the way that the prize map works out ideally. Oh, he's gonna Prime Catcher and just swing with Baby Bolt for 60. Yeah, so he knocks out the Gimme Gold. I mean, that's definitely better, right? And it means that Piper's also gonna need Counter Catcher now, but it does use his Prime Catcher. That's the only negative here. So he's hoping that Piper doesn't get a 2-prize knockout this turn, because then he honestly kind of have the game locked up at that point, as long as he doesn't just like have like a big whiff at some point, especially because Piper probably does not. I don't think she plays Iono. We haven't seen it. We didn't see it earlier against Daigo. I never saw it in her hand or deck. So as Shizuki here, basically, Piper has to attack this turn. And he's going to take another prize next turn, go down to 4 prize cards. So I think he just knock out 2 gold Dengos after that. On the other hand, Piper, she wants to hit Counter Catcher and knockout on this big bolt. Take 2 prize cards. Go down to 4 first herself. And then Shizuki can knock out the Dengo. But then he can go with Baby Bolt and knock out the Munkidori on the bench on a future turn without having to put any other 2 prizers on board. That'd be much harder for him to do. So she's definitely in a much safer spot, and he's in a much rougher spot if she can just take a 2-prize knockout this turn and next turn. But it's not going to be easy for her. And even if she does, he could still, if he draws well enough, prize map her out of the game here. I wonder if she'll go after the Bolt or the Teal Mask here. I think you go after the Bolt. But providing the access to Teal Mask there isn't ideal either. But we see Poffin for Togepi. We didn't see that against Daigo. I mean, you don't want to set up Togetic in this matchup. Or Togekiss in this matchup against Dragapult. But we do get to see the Togepi come down now. So that could fix her prize trade in the long run here. She can take a 3-prize turn, one of these 2-prizers, and still win in 2 attacks. But Shizuki, if he can set up another Baby Bolt here, he can just chase down this Togepi and take that option away from her. So we'll see, can he set up the Baby Bolt here? I can't really tell what's in his hand, but it doesn't look bad. It looks like he's got a lot of options. He has the Area 0, so his bench is expanded now as well. You definitely want to knock out this Togepi this turn if you have that available. I think he's eyeing up, oh, he's going to attach the Big Bolt, so we're not going for... Okay, we're not going for the knockout on the Togepi, but we are Ionoing, so maybe that can do something to stop Piper from getting the Candy Togekiss out. There's a little bit of disruption. He probably just didn't have any better options in hand. Couldn't set up a Big Bolt anyway, so might as well play the Iono, disrupt a little bit. See the Fez come down, draw a few cards. You would still definitely like to get the Big Bolt on the bench if you found a Nitro, I would think. We see a Teal Dance. Draw another card. Another Teal Mask and another Teal Dance. And he's got one, yeah, he's just double counting, but he does have one more bench spot here. Looks like he's gonna bench the Hoot Hoot. And yeah, they're just gonna take the knockout. But this is kind of scary for Shizuki now, because now Piper could just be a heads away from winning the game. She wants to set up Togekiss this turn. That way, even if she has Tails, she has 2 shots. The more times that she attacks with Togekiss in play, the more chances she gets to get that extra prize card. So we see her Vessel Away the Baby Dengo for Metal Dark. And then, what was that? Pokegear? Yeah, looks like Gear. She gets the Cypher. Let's see how good her hand is. Can she get the Togekiss set up here? We did see the Togekiss off the gear. It looks like she's going for Gold Dengo and Togekiss. So, I would think that she already has all the pieces that she needs to take Knockout and get Togekiss set up. If she's also going for the Dengo here. Would not be good news if she is going for the Dengo because she needs to draw 2 more cards. So we see the coin bonus again, Rare Candy, Togekiss, Superior, Dark, and Metal I see, so I think she should have it here. Does she have 4 energy in this card pile? Yep, looks like there's 4 there, so she does have the knockout. Okay, so 5 energy comes down. Let's see this big flip. Tails. So now it's going to be even more of a nail biter. It's going to come down to that second Togekiss flip. Now Shizuki could still, well, he can't get a 1 prize attacker in here now. There's no more opportunity for that. And he's already used his Iono, so he's got to assume the Piper's going to get the knockout here. So there's not really much for Shizuki to even do this turn, but attack. He's still going to set up his board as best he can. But really, as long as he gets attack here, it's just going to come down to whether or not Piper gets attack plus Togekiss heads next turn. So all he really wants to do is obviously get that knockout, and then also maybe he can start setting up the follow-up Bolt. Now, oh yeah, if he can find, I don't know if he probably only plays 1 boss. If he plays 2 or Palpat, he could potentially boss and just knock out the Togekiss and take that option away from Piper, and then just go for the Gold Dengo knockout next turn. So he can prevent that. So that would actually definitely be the ideal play here, is to just take that Togekiss off the board entirely, neutralize the threat. You see 2 energy going to Shizuki's hand. Teal Dance, draws a card. So there's Jewel Seekers coming out here. Ultra Ball. This is where stealing the Prime Catcher would be nice, but we wouldn't even be in this situation. The game would be very different at this point if that was what was happening here. So Ultra Ball, Crispin. So he went for Energy Switch here. I'm not sure what he's going to set up. He's got getting rid of Crispin and Turo. Grabs the Chenpao. Okay. Interesting. So he's going to take some of these Pokemon off his board. Maybe he's just thinning. Yeah, so Chenpao comes down. Discard 3 of his Pokemon now. Gonna be the Teal with no energy on it probably, and then double Noctowl. Maybe the Chenpao itself. Or the Fan Rotom. Looks like he's doing the Fan Rotom. I would think that getting rid of the Chenpao is probably better. But I suppose it is slightly easier to knock out. But you'll have the Noctowl in play either way. So I think getting rid of the Chenpao was better there. But the Area 0 comes back down, so now he's got more bench space to work with now that he's cleared some spots off by bumping the Area 0. Nestball gets Koraidon. Ooh, can he... What has he got here? I mean, he's not knocking out the Togekiss with Koraidon. If he doesn't knock out the Dengo this turn, they'd be in a much worse position overall. Maybe his boss energy switch attach. You see retrieval come down here. Seems the order on this seems a little bit strange. I feel like we could have Teal Danced already by now. Before using, because we used the Noctowl, I think, right? But maybe not. Teal Dance, draw one. Okay, I think I do see a boss. Attach. Energy switch. Retreat. Boss. Togekiss. Okay, so this should put Shizuki... Yeah, there we go. We had it all. And now Piper has no way to win this turn. So we're going to coin bonus, draw a couple more cards, retreat, coin bonus again. Nest Ball for Fez. Yeah. Now, what does she even want to knock out here? Probably the Big Bolt is the thing that would make him least likely to be able to knock out next turn, or maybe Hoot Hoot. If she had a Gimme Ghoul, she could have gone Baby Goldango, knock it on Hoot Hoot, which would be very strong, but does not have that available. Cypher. Just cards on top for next turn. I think she's just going to have to take the one prize knockout on Koraidon. Maybe she has Counter Catcher. There's not a way to draw these cards, that is for sure. Superior for energy. And yeah, it's going to take the knockout here. So Shizuki has flipped the script access now, and he just needs to find Sada plus attach, or Sada plus Teal Dance, or Teal Dance attach even. Yeah, it doesn't even need an attach. Just needs, I mean, Sada Ancient Pokemon would do it. Looks like there's been a brief pause here. Not sure for what, but now Shizuki can draw for turn. Yeah, I think he's got it. He has the Sada. Yeah, and Piper scoops it up. So, Raging Bolt, Shizuki Nakagawa taking game one here over Piper Lepine. Was able to throw off her prize trade right away with the single prize attacker, and then knock out the Togekiss after it got the first tails. If Piper had gotten heads on that first Togekiss, that would have been enough for her to win the game there, most likely. But, yeah, it just came down to a 50-50 shot there. And he was able to completely neutralize the second chance at a Togekiss flip. And this is not a position you want to be in against Raging Bolt. You do not want to start game one down. Especially when that was maybe, that game honestly went pretty well for you. Your opponent opened a 2-prizer. You had the opportunity to maybe hit the Counter Catcher knockout on it. You had the Togekiss set up, so you also have the potential to hit the heads flip to get the extra prize. And none of that was enough. You're hoping for pretty similar games as Piper, and then to just hit the heads on the flips after that. Not get the tail end of the stick again. Alright. We are still setting up here, it looks like. Okay, so it looks like Piper opted to go first, which makes sense if you want to be the aggressor here. Turn 2 Baby Dengo attack would be really nice. Hopefully, she didn't prize her double Genesect this time, but she started a Genesect. That's still bad. That's still very bad. Because now Shizuki can just get the first 2 prize cards on that Genesect. Doesn't even have to play the single prizer game. He opened Fan Rotom, so no 2 prizer in play yet for him. His hand looks pretty solid. I think he got a mulligan or 2. See those Gimme Ghouls come down. Metallic Signal for double Goldengo. 1 Goldengo. Probably already has some in hand. There's both. Let's see. So, I mean, she definitely wants to get the Genesect out of the active if she can, if she has like an air balloon. She might not even though, because Shizuki's odds of hitting turn 1 attack are not that high with the Noctowl build. Whereas with Fan Rotom, much easier to get the turn 1 attack with that than having hit Sod or Crispin. Like, Genesect's not going to be that easy to knock out. Also needs 4 energy instead of 3. Like Fez would. The extra 10 HP makes all the difference here. I think we're just getting rid of 2 energy, 1 lightning, 1 fighting, looks like. Yeah. What are we going for here? We got the Teal Mask. Probably going back in with Fan Call here. We might have like a Sada to use first. If he wants a bunch of normal Pokemon, he doesn't necessarily want to thin any of them out before using Sada. He's got to draw into some of the ones that he was going to Fan Rotom for, and then he can Fan Rotom for something else instead. Squawk comes down. Okay, so we are Squawk and seizing here before we use Fan Call. Not a lot of lists playing Squawk and Seize anymore, but if this could pay off in a big way if you can get an attack off this turn. Usually it's just the Turbo Bolt lists that are playing Squawk. You see Fan Call, Hoot 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 Noctowl most likely. Noctowl, Hoot Hoot, Hoot Hoot. I don't think he's getting a knockout here. But he is going to bench. Does have the Bolt EX, attach for turn, and pass. So we'll see. Can Piper... Honestly, even just the 1 prize knockout here for Piper would be pretty good as long as she can get Togepi down as well. Togepi is definitely very strong here in this matchup. Just grabbing 1 more Goldengo. Getting the last metal evolution Pokemon from her deck. Draws 1 card. Arvin grabs Vessel Monkey. Or, sorry, doesn't grab Vessel Monkey. Arvin's for Poffin, or for Vessel, and then Vessel's away the monkey for Metal. I think it doesn't really matter here. I can't tell it's either a grass or a dark. Air Balloon, Retreat, coin bonus for 2. Arzon comes down, gonna get another Gimme Goal out. Oh, sorry, not Gimme Goal. Gonna get that Togepi down as quickly as possible. Makes sense. And then Metal. Oh, nope, that was the Nest Ball. So we are gonna get another Gimme Goal down still. Yeah, because she needs it down this turn so that she gets 2 chances at the head split. Gives her a 67% chance of winning the game. Assuming both players don't miss attacks from this point on. It gives her about a 67% chance of winning the game now. If she can get the turn 2. She can actually get it out. Turn 2. Teal Dance. And this time, because Shizuki she got the first prize. Last time Shizuki got the first prize. This time, Shizuki can't afford to spend a turn knocking out the Togekiss. So he's just going to have to hope that it gets Tails. Noctowl riding up Sada. Maybe Area 0 if he wants more bench space. Yep, looks like that's what we're going to go for here. Crydon, setting up the Crydon's interesting here. Because if Piper doesn't miss an attack, I don't really see an opportunity where we're actually going to get to take advantage of the Crydon. But maybe he'll just he'll just go for Crydon, knock it out of the Togekiss anyways. Well, when Piper is at 2 prize cards and force it out boss. I don't know if that's better than hoping that she flips Tails, but it might be. It might be harder for her to hit boss knockout than to hit heads. Might be less than a 50% chance for hit. I mean, let's see how the situation shapes up, of course. I think if he can combine it with an Iono to 2, then yeah, that might be the move. But either way, he's gonna get into 4 prize cards here. Dengo comes up. Follows the bench one. Coin bonus for that one first. Trying to hit Cypher. Does have the Cypher. So this should be very easy to get Candy, Togekiss, and End Research Pro. As long as she has one of those 3 pieces, she should be able to get the knockout with a Togekiss flip this turn. There it is, Rare Candy, Togekiss, End Research Pro. See, this is big. Does she have anything else she wants to do first? Probably not. 5 energy. Let's see. Heads! So, Piper is at a major advantage now. Down to 2 prize cards. Shizuki still has 4. He can only knock out the Goldengo with a 2 prizer of his own. He had a little smirk there. I think she knows this basically checkmate. I think Because Shizuki could go Prime Catcher, Togekiss, attach to Koraidon, Iono to 1, knock out the Togekiss, but then he would still need to attack 2 more times to win the game. It would give Piper too much time anyways. The best play is definitely just to knock out the Dengo and Iono. But it's not going to be easy to do that because there is no Raging Bolt down yet. And it's going to be hard to get 2 energy onto it without a Sada. He does have a way. He can go Energy Switch the Bolt, attach to it, get a Latias so he doesn't have to, or double either Latias to retreat without discarding energy, or 2 Teal Dances. He needs at least 1 Teal Dance for sure. Ultra Ball finds the Fez, so yeah, he definitely needs more. He needs Raging Bolt, EX, Attach for Turn, Energy Switch, and then Teal Dance, so Grass Energy, and then Latias or another Grass Energy, and the Iono. He can get any 2 of those pieces with Noctowl if he's got one. Noctowl comes down here, or Nestball comes down here. So we see the Raging Bolt EX. 1 fever piece needed now. Noctowl, Iono, Earth and Vessel Iono. Okay, so he must already have the Energy Switch, otherwise that certainly would have been a better grab than the Vessel. Easier to get. Just because I think he already has energy in hand. Maybe he just has all the pieces already. Vessel's away the Baby Bolt. This gets the energy for Teal Dance. Or maybe he feels like he needs the Teal Dance here. Just grabs. Okay, he's deciding. He needs Latias or a second Grass here, so I kind of think we'll just see him go. Does he not have Attach for Turn already? If he's going for a different line, I don't know what other line is winning the game. Obviously nothing's winning the game this turn, but Teal Dance number 1. What did he get? Latias, I think, is the in hand as well here. Okay, so does not need a second Teal Dance now. Has he attached for turn? Does he have the Energy Switch already? There's the Energy Switch. He's got everything. Now, Piper could definitely still just hit Knockout here, but this is the best possible combination of cards he could have gone for. The Raging Bolt EX, Attach for Turn, Teal Dance, Latias, Energy Switch, Iono. Retreat for free. Thanks to Latias. And then discard all 4 of your energy. Knock out the Dengo. Piper's going to bring the Dengo up. Draw for turn. And we'll see, can she hit it here? Metallic Signal to start. There's a Cipher on the bottom. Not ideal. Oh, yeah, can't grab that. Okay, just fails it. Coin bonus for 2. Fez Air Balloon. Those are both good. Air Balloon allows her to pivot into a 1-prizer if she does miss here. What is he playing? Nestball? Okay, Nestball for Gimme Goal. Makes sense. Alright. Will she have it here? If she doesn't have it, Shizuki still might not have it either. He doesn't have any draw power on board and has no energy. That's double Superior. Superior, 4, Superior again. Attach. Superior. 4 more energy. And Piper takes game 2. Knocks out that Raging Bolt. And that Togekiss heads that time. Managed to come through. Whew. It's got to feel uncomfortable for both players knowing that the biggest factor in these games is going to be that Togekiss 50-50 flip. It feels like every game is really, both players can play as well as they want. It's going to come down to a 50-50 ultimately. And it's not just like a 50-50 on how the matchup progresses as a whole, but it's a literal will Piper flip heads on Togekiss. That big heads flip, netting her the extra prize card. Shizuki's powerful play there, definitely the best option he had to go for. He might not have hit the knockout anyways though on the following turn. His board was not set up well. But he would have just needed like Sada, Attach, Teal Dance. But he might need a Prime Catcher as well, right? If the Dengo retreat into a 1-prizer. So even if Piper didn't find the knockout there, I think she was still in a pretty good spot actually. He didn't have bench space for like a MeWX or anything. So it looks like Shizuki gonna go first this game, so we can start to get set up a little bit quicker. Ooh, Ditto open as well, so he can pop that into whatever he wants. Get a transformative start. Got that fan Rotom. Uses fan call. It's 2 Hoot Hoot and Noctowl. I think it's another fan Rotom out here. I don't know, if he's actually benching that? Or if this is just the grab here. He's gonna put that to hand as discard fodder. Yeah, okay. So fan Rotom goes to hand as discard fodder, everything goes to hand, and you bench the Hoot Hoots, of course. And then it's gonna pass. On Piper's side, we get Metallic Signal right off the bat. Starts the Genesect again, which once again is not ideal, especially going second now, because Shizuki should definitely be able to take a 2-prize knockout on that turn 2. If Shizuki gets a 2-prize knockout on the Genesect, it's kind of over. Piper will need him to whiff at some point, and she doesn't play Iono. So if he has a good turn 2, which he should with that double Hoot Hoot, And probably should have double Noctowl in hand as well, considering what he got with Think Call, unless he had like double Noctowl prize. Oh, and Piper prize 3 Gimme Gold Pheasantipity and a rare candy. I didn't even see that. Oh my god, it has never been more over. Oh, that's soul crushing. Oh, that feels so bad. Now Shizuki can just chase down that one Gimme Ghoul over and over and over again. And Piper's never going to be able to get a knockout. I think that's just game. She doesn't have an Iono, so he's going to have a steady stream of draw support. Finds an Arven. And here comes the... I mean, Shizuki is going to find out very quickly the good news for him. Man. Still going to eye up the Poffin and the Air Balloon. Going to use the Poffin. Get the one Gimme Goal and the Togepi. The rare candy's not even available. Can't even get the Togekiss out. What do we do? I genuinely don't think there's anything that she can do to win this game now. Shizuki can just use these Noctowls. As long as he's out of Teal Mask, he can use Noctowls, boss up the Gimme Goal, and just attack with Salt Landing. Nest Ball. Gets the Teal Mask. Going back in. Wow. That is so heartbreaking. Yeah, they show him the Baby Bolt on the screen here. What he'd like to do is also get a Baby Bolt down, but I mean, doesn't necessarily even need it. It's definitely more important that he gets... Well, if you can get the Baby Bolt with set up with Energy Switch, using the Teal Dance, but no, he doesn't need all that. He's just gonna grab Boss Area 0 and go for the Assault Landing on that Gimme Goal, and then leave himself with more options for next turn. But he will still have access if he needs it to going for another boss. He does play 2. I believe we confirmed in game 1, and he has the Energy Switch, so he can still has the potential to power a Baby Bolt in 1 turn if he wants to. We see another Metallic Signal from Piper. Doesn't even have the Fez to like try to draw some cards or something. Not that that would get her out of this. Night Stretcher, and it looks like I'm just thinking Energy Search Pro on top. But there's basically no combination of cards that is going to get her out of this. What she needs is Shizuki to have nothing. There's not much that she can do. And he doesn't even need a boss this turn, because the Gimme Goal can't come down this turn. This possibly be the harder turn for it. Like, if she could get him to keep committing to playing boss, then maybe she could get an attacker set up. But he might still go for the boss here. I wouldn't like the boss getting set up here. She can probably set up the Baby Bolt, though. Crispin, Earthen Vessel. Big Bolt. So it looks like he's just going to go for the knockout on the Genesect. Sorry. 2 energy onto the Big Bolt. Attach for turn. Okay, not attaching for turn yet. Vessel away the Rotom. Probably maybe just double grass. So you have 1 for this turn, 1 for next turn. Yeah, there's the attached return, Latias, so it doesn't even have to lose the energy. And we're just going to see and discard all 4 energy for the knockout here. Now, I don't necessarily like this play. I think that it's kind of overcommitting when he probably could have gotten a Baby Bolt set up, and that would have been significantly better. But now we're in this spot where Piper may actually be able to establish Goldengo next turn. Now, even if she establishes Goldengo, 3 of those Gimme Ghouls are in the last 4 prizes. I've been in this situation before with Goldengo before. At round 1 of Milwaukee, I had the exact same thing happen. But in top 8 of Worlds, it is much more crushing. And the problem is that those last 3 Gimme Ghouls, those 3 Gimme Ghouls are in the last 4 prize cards. So even if she takes her first knockout, she's not going to be able to get them down. And even if she did, her opponent's still going to get to knock out that Goldengo, and she's not going to be able to respond because she can't bench the Gimme Ghoul immediately after going off the prizes, obviously. Just Assault Landing, knocks out the Togepi, goes down to 2 prize cards. And yeah, now, I mean, she can get a knockout with Goldengo, but it's way too little too late. She needs a miracle in that Shizuki just has completely dead hand for multiple turns. Because again, those Gimme Ghouls are in the last 4 prize cards. She doesn't know this. She might be thinking, okay, well, if I serve 1 turn, I can get some Gimme Ghouls down. I'm sure she doesn't feel good, but at least she only has to survive 1 turn. It's possible. But no. She needs to survive multiple turns because those Gimme Ghouls are not coming. I like this. Take out the Hoot instead. Make it as hard as possible for Shizuki to get the knockout here. But she doesn't get a Gimme Ghoul with prizes. What are we seeing here? It's a Nest Ball. I believe that was a Nest Ball. Grabs the Big Bolt, flip the script. Ultra Ball, Chen Pao. There's a Sada, there's a Night Stretcher. It's game. Just play the Night Stretcher, man. There we go. Oh, that's brutal. Well, I mean, congrats to Piper on making top 8. That's still, I mean, I'm sure she's still, it's a tough, horrible way to go out, but I'm sure she's still more than happy to have made top 8. Congrats to Shizuki. Not how you want to win, but I mean, you're not going to complain. You know, it's not his fault that Piper picked him last round. He played masterfully all 3 games, played the best Pokemon he possibly could, and now he is advancing to top 4 of the World Championships. We'll see if we're going to get a little bit of a break here, but we'll be right back as soon as the next round starts.